Hey, we got an audience. Oh, Mustafa Singh. Oh man, this thing. Okay. Hey, what's going on? Hey, we're waiting for people to get in here, man. Hold on. We got the oversized load again. And this thing cut into that. We ain't gonna tell them about that though when we deliver this thing. This thing, they put those things on it, right? Hey, what's going on, man? Anyway, see, this is how they pack them up. You know, they wrap it so to make it like as a whole unit, you know. But this thing done broke off on us. Anyway, what's going on, you guys? Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, that's my little brother right there, Lennon. That's my little brother. He's always trying to be like me. You know? That's okay, man. You're gonna get there one day. I'm in Minnesota, bro. Oh, hey, what's going on? What's going on, Mohammed Hakeem? First time catching you live. Good to hear. Rates are improving. Yes, actually, that's what I wanted to talk about. The rates are actually getting better. So I've been watching this whole area a lot, right? Council Bluff, actually, Tim, I didn't even go to the casino, man. I just park and just sleep for the night, man. You know, busy, bro. But yeah. Anyway, I've been watching this the rates out here in this area, man. Like in the past week and a half or so, they've been the same junk. You know what I mean? They're posting the same crap over and over, and it looks like some of the rates are going up because the crap is sitting, is not moving. You know, so I can't see the others chat, man. I don't know what to tell you. Nah, I didn't even go, bro. I didn't even make it inside. Just went and freaking slept. I want to make sure I put this away before I leave tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, we got look at that Minnesota or Midwest freaking sunset, man. It's amazing. It's amazing out here. Anyway, we got us another one of them oversized. So this one is going up to oh yeah, this one is actually, you see how it's gonna be sticking out about a foot on the right side only. If you look on the left side, it's flush all the way. They're doing that for safety, you know. We're going to Elgin, Illinois. Okay. Took a break from cotton. Where's cotton? Yeah, should just go ahead and hit the poker table, right? I agree with you, man. Unfortunately, we got a little bit more responsibility nowadays. So, but yeah, rates, right? Also, I'm gonna, if you have a step deck and you got a 53 and you're in the California area, I got somebody who hit me up the other day, and I told him, hey, we're gonna talk about it on the live, you know, because so he hit me up and thought of me, you know, first because he said, hey man, you're a veteran, you know, and I thought of you, you know, maybe you can move this thing for me. So basically, it's a water truck. So if you have a 53 step and you got ramps, They got water trucks over there, man. I'm gonna put, I don't know how am I gonna put that? How do I chat that thing on here? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna comment it on this video and then pin it up to the top, okay? His email address is gonna be on there. You guys do your own negotiations, okay? It looks like it's gonna be like a collect on delivery, and if you know people that are in California, man, it sounds like it's gonna be a pretty decent rate. It's going to the North Carolina area, you know. There are water trucks there, trying to get water trucks down that way to you know, to rent them out to businesses so they can, you know, continue on with their day-to-day lives and stuff. So, but you can do your own negotiations or whatever, however you want to do it, man. Just go hit him up. You know, he's a veteran, you know, Marine, never a former Marine, right, Tim? Anyway, he hit me up and he said, hey, man, I told him I can go talk about it, man. I can go talk about it on the channel just in case. Maybe it'll help somebody out, you know. So, but anyway, I will comment his email address just so you guys can hit him up on there, okay? I don't know how to comment it right now, but I know when. Oh, here we go. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, you got a hurricane load, Tim? He said, forget trucking. Let's go poker, right? Yeah, I think I was reading that earlier. Anyway, yes, so I wanted to talk about the rates, right? Now, there was an old school I was talking to last night, man, had a 53-foot step deck, right? He had a regular step deck, no low pros, just regular step deck. Anyway, this guy, man, see, you guys know, Chad and Tim, y'all know that when you play enough poker, that you study people. You study people based on, you know, based on their reactions, based on their movement, based on what they're telling you, and then you calculate that, right? And then your mind starts to, you know what I mean? You start to develop that skill real fast, you know? So I know this guy wasn't BSing me, you know? I met him last night at the truck stop. Anyway, York, Nebraska. Anyway, he had a 53-foot step deck. He said he hauled directly for Caterpillar. I'm talking like directly for Caterpillar. So I'll tell you this, he deadheads enough that half of his miles are deadheads. And he tells me that they pay him enough that he can afford to deadhead back to that same location. The reason why I started talking to him, you know what I mean? He's like, what are you working off of? I told him, man, 100% load board, mostly brokered loads. He said, man, you're gonna starve to death, bro. Make sure you find you a customer like I, you know, did. But he told me it took him like 20-something years to get to where he's at, though. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he's not gonna give out his secrets. You know what I mean? Why would he, right? That's more competition for him. So, yeah, he's hauling just cat products, strictly Caterpillar products. You know, like I hear people talk all the time. You know, like when they see like the green stuff on your trailer, they're like, oh man, that's cheap stuff, right? Really, man, we don't know. We don't know personally, because those people could be hauling, you know what I mean, dedicated freight for the green people or the blue people or the yellow people, you know what I mean? So just like that guy, you know, just that's all he does. He hauls dedicated freight for Caterpillar, and he tells me, trust me, when you get to that position where you are able to identify the situation and you know that, you know, you can feel it, you'll know right away that that's the right time, you know. And he told me that, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, you know what I mean, exploring the load board and stuff like that, but know that you're gonna starve on the load board if you operate 100% on the load board. So try to find, you know what I mean, and as fast as you can, the direct way. I saw a 9K team run on the board today. Hey, nice, 9K. Where's that going? So, anyway, and I started talking to him and told him about, you know, this load that I'm brokered, or it's brokered load, but you know, it's decent enough, right? You know, we can go to from pickup to drop off and still deadhead back to pickup without a problem, and we are still going to be profitable. You know what I mean? So, and then he said, yep, that's a very, very good start right there. It's just you find you a broker that is, you take care of them and they will take care of you, you know? And hopefully that's where we are right now. So Kentucky to Washington State, it was, okay. Florence, Kentucky to Washington State. That's not bad, 9K, huh? Dang, they must needed that right away. Yeah, man, I'm your baby daddy. Okay. Yeah, you know, I'm Minnesota, man. We are in Minnesota. But anyway, we're dropping off in St. Paul. We're gonna be dropping this off in St. Paul, and then, oh yeah, I spoke to the broker that I deal with this, with on this loads, right? He said, man, it's not looking good for Friday, so we might be heading somewhere down like maybe Alabama, Tennessee area. We're gonna look for a good rate though. But I saw one load that looking good going to Oklahoma is 10 foot wide, but it needs a few hundred more, and I haven't called them yet. So I've seen it on the board for a few days now. So maybe they're willing to negotiate once when that time comes, you know. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Yeah. So before this load, after that one oversized load over the weekend that we did, that was on the Wisconsin, Iowa area, right? And then we picked up insulation. Insulation went to Nebraska, got a couple of stops in Nebraska, and deadhead back into Fremont, and now we're on this load. So I wish these could keep going, really. These are good enough to keep us going, you know, just to keep the wheels rolling, really. Does trucking make you six figures in America? I'm from Europe. You know, man, it depends, really. If you're a company driver, and if you can find a good company, man, I think you could definitely make six figures, such as like, you know, a majority of your Walmart drivers, right? They make six figures, low six figure, but they make six figure, you know? So, but there's also a lot of other companies out there that will allow you to make six figures, you know what I mean? So it's definitely possible, but you know, as a when you first start, when I first started in trucking last year, I noted 597K. See, this guy is almost a seven figure, man. So last year, or when my first year as a trucker, man, I was driving for Western Express. I know, right? Anyway, I drove for Western Express. I was making 28 cents a mile, and 3 months later, I got improved to 32 cents a mile, and then 6 months after that, I got improved to 40 cents a mile, and that's where I capped out with Western Express. So, yeah. Rookie numbers, right? Yeah, the numbers I'm spitting are rookie numbers. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to pop on here, man, and I wanted to, because I promised Anthony, if you guys are just now getting in 1989, it was 18 cents a mile. Dang, that's so crazy, right? Because I got in, 89, and that's like almost 20 years later, I started at 28 cents a mile. That's insane. Oh, man. Wow. And you know, there was like inflation in between that. So, all right, I appreciate it, bro. That's my little brother right there, Lennon, right there. My little brother. I love that dude to death, man. Anyway, so I've been watching. I'm always on that load board, man. I live on that load board, man. It's just, it gives you, it allows your mind to, you know, interpret numbers, you know what I mean? And statistically, you know, it's not like, you know, 100% correct or, you know, solid information, but at least you got some type of, you know, idea on what's going on around market-wise, you know. So, no Diddy, he's so stupid. Dang, Tim started at 19 cents? Wow, 1995, huh? Aunt Lemon? Who's that? Yeah, definitely, man. Do you know karate? No, I don't. I watch a lot of kung fu movies, so I don't know if that's considered knowing, you know, seeing. So, yeah, man. What do you call it? Where am I at? Where's my train of thought? Yes, definitely live on the load board. I tell you, it's it gives you a lot of information. It allows you to, you know, your mind to place that truck how it should be. You know what I mean? So right now, I mean, really over here right now, it's just, this is the spot to be, believe it or not. This, even though we're too far into Minnesota, Minnesota is no good, right? I just spoke to this guy right here, owner operator, and he's from Iowa. He said, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do after Iowa. So, or I mean, after Minnesota. So, yeah, and I feel his pain because that's how it is. You know what I mean? It's just 100% just legit. You know, he said he had a truck, an emission truck, just like the one we have now, but a 2017, and he said he's giving him nothing but headaches. So he's driving a T600 now. If David was here, he knows. I used to drive for David, and I was driving a 600, a T600. I love that truck, man. That was an amazing truck. I am gonna go back to the Philippines one day. Yes, absolutely. I love the Philippines, man. You know, if I could come back there right now, like a full time, just come back. You know, life there is so much easier, man. You live at the farm, man, and you know it's just so much, a lot easier to live. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier life. You know, it's not like go 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 all the time. You know, where am I at now? I am in Minnesota, uh, just the south side of St. Paul. That's the I-35 right there. I went ahead and passed the scale and then parked for the night because I know that scale down south right before you get to Albert Lee going north on the 35. I know that thing is always open early in the morning. Live in Mexico, man. I wish I could be you, man. When my veterans, what do you call it? When I finally, you know, finally take care of my veterans, trying to get my veterans disability, I will probably be living in the Philippines. You know, if that goes 100%, I will probably be living in the Philippines. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know, you can live off. You know, I think I could probably at 100% disability, I could probably be like around $3,400 a month, maybe 36. You know what I mean? That's plenty enough to live in the Philippines. Man, this round face, definitely Cambodian. I don't blame you. I don't blame you for thinking that I'm Cambodian. You're right. You are absolutely right. You know, I got people in I talked to a lot of, a lot of the retired people that moves to the Philippines. Boy, I tell you, I asked them, what's your expenses here, and they tell me like $800 a month, and that's living pretty lavishly, you know. Yeah, shame on you, bro. You should know better, especially living in California. Come on, there's Filipinos in every corner there. So, but anyway, yeah, man. I just wanted to chat with you guys and let you know, like, if you had, if you know anybody that's in the California area right now, go hit them up, man. Like I said, I'm gonna type his email address on there. Hit him up. There's water trucks that need to be moved down to the North Carolina area, Asheville, to be specific. And then you guys do your own negotiation, man. You're really, that's something you're good at. So that's what you do on a daily basis. It looks like it's gonna be cash on delivery, and it sounds like they got money on that freight itself. So I mean, it's not like millionaire money, but it's some type of money. So I always say, just keep your options open. Don't ever close the door on nobody. You know what I mean? I still call TQL. You know what I'm saying? Even though 99% of their doggone load is gonna be crap, I still call them. So at one time, only needed $600 a month. Woo, 600. Dang. But look at the difference there, though. Like, when was that? When was that you needed $600 a month to live? Was that the Philippines? If that's the case, if that was like 20 years ago, that means, 20% increase in 20 years? I don't think that was 20 years ago, though. Was it? I don't know. But anyway, 2008 in Mexico. Okay. $600 a month. Wow. How much is it now? What was it? You said something there. I think it was 800, you said, right? Hey, I can't find that chat now. Wow. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna pin his email address on the comment, man. And if you guys, if you replay this later on, or if you know somebody that's in the California area, and like I said, step deck with a ramp, okay? Step deck with a ramp. They're looking to move water trucks. Just hit them up, man. Hey, you never know. You know what I mean? It looks like I said, it looks like it's collect on delivery or cash on delivery. If I was you, that's how I would negotiate this. It sounds like a legit business, like an actual legit business. They're trying to send water trucks down there to rent them out or whatever until they get their, facilities back up or whatever, right? You need 1,600? 5 kids, 1,600 in Mexico? That's not bad, man. That's not bad. Hey, I appreciate you, Cash. I like that. That's a good name, Cash. Kash. ×2. Yeah, there you go, Anthony Ramos, right there. Yeah, man, go hit him up, man. He's like I said, he's from speaking to him, man, it sounds like he's it sounds like it's going to be finalized. So if you know anybody that's in the California area, it looks like they're trying to move some water trucks out of that area going into Asheville, North Carolina. Like I said, hey, you guys gonna have to do your negotiations on that. If it was me, okay, what would I do in that situation? Here's what I would do. I'd be like, okay, cash on delivery, and then we're gonna have to negotiate how the delivery is gonna go. You know what I mean? I want direct point of contact on who, because we don't know what the situation is over there, right? As far as road closures and things like that. And if you run into road closure to the delivery location, here's what I would do. I would park or bring the truck somewhere where it's close enough to the delivery location, but you're allowed to have the truck there. And then I would unload that son of a gun, take it off, and then maybe taxi back to the truck, or maybe Uber back to the truck if they have Uber. You know what I'm saying? So I would do something like that. of course, the rates is good enough, right? That's always the the stipulation, right? You know, man, I thought I was gonna regret the low pros when I started hearing people talk about, you know, how low pros do this, do that. You know, I love it, man. I love the low pros, man, because like I don't go that fast anyway. And these things, you know, I ran them in Nevada where it's 100 degrees out, you know, no issues, man. So this, like these are the double coin, and they are 18 plies. So maybe these people are running, you know, less plies, you know, 14, 16 plies or whatever, right? Oh, look at this. So here, I have, see, when you're driving, your right side is always, they take the most beating because, you know, you can't see clear on the right side. You only got a mirror, okay? I don't carry a spare, by the way. These tires, man, I don't feel like I need it yet. You know, I'm still trying to get the feel for it. But I'm eventually gonna carry a spare. This one is gonna be a spare for me. I hit one of these came off because my dummy, I didn't secure them. You know, I'm supposed to put a bolt right here and I didn't do it. But anyway, it fell off and the freaking tire hit it. It hit right there and then it gouged a little bit right here. Nothing big deal. No big deal. I don't think DOT is gonna say anything about it, but I'm gonna take that off anyway and then use it as a spare. So I think I'm gonna go get the same kind of tire, which is double coin. And I'm gonna have to hunt it down. But I don't load it heavy anyways. You guys can know that most of my loads are gonna be pretty light. These ones are capped out at around 25,000, you know, this whole load right here. So I think the heaviest I've been was that transformer that I took from Laredo to somewhere in Texas, somewhere in the middle of Texas. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to hop on here, man, and let you guys know that, you know, if I want this platform right here, like if you guys, I was talking to my little brother about this, right? That there should be something centralized for owner operators, you know what I mean? Where nobody is taking a damn cut. I want something to where no cut, man. You just, you know, you negotiate your own rates or whatever, right? But I was talking to him and my little brother, he does, he's into, you know, developing apps and things like that. So I started talking to him about some things, you know. Anyway, and what I want to do, man, is like I want something that's non-profit, and I want freaking brokers, zero brokers in that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see where it gets us. You know, it's just a thinking phase right now. You know, we'll see. Let me see. Do you recommend a low pro deck with triax? You know, man, I think in today's market, no, I would not recommend it. Now, if you can find you a dedicated, you know, direct, absolutely, man. I think those 3-axle ones are meant for you. You know if you need those. You know what I mean? Not working 100% the load board. I think that's not the way to go. You know, as a matter of fact, that's a good question. Hey, I appreciate you, Gary. That's a good question because I wanted to talk about why did I choose the step deck, and I also wanted to talk about, like, I wanted a RGN. If you guys remember, just about a few months back, 4 or 5 months back, I made a video about renting a trailer, right? I wanted to rent a step deck and I wanted to try it out, okay? And then I got denied to rent a freaking step deck. Why? I have no idea. Anyway, I was deciding between a step deck or a RGN, and I'm glad I went with a step deck. I'm glad that they actually denied me that rental on that step deck, because it pushed me to go ahead and just say, screw it, we're buying one, okay? Because I see all of these RGN right now pulling flatbed loads, step deck loads. Man, that's not the way to go with the RGN, you know, unless, of course, unless you made a lot of money, you know, going to that location where you just come from or whatever, right? But yeah, I think RGN, I think there's probably more RGN than step deck out now. So I'm glad I did not go with the RGN, because I was thinking about, I should go, you know, plan for the future, you know what I mean? Like, because it's gonna go back up, right? Like, how much further will it go down? That's, you know, yet to be determined, you know what I mean? But at the rates that they're showing us right now, or the shippers and brokers alike are pitching, there's no way you can stay profitable that long, you know what I mean? So we will see. I guess we will see. I mean, it's just it's junk, man. I had one emailed me. I wanted to email so bad, man. It's like, you know, because it's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful for somebody to email you and say, hey, man, I got a load for you, man. You know, he pitched 1,300 miles for 2,200. You need step deck with ramps, driver load and driver unload. And he's going to a dead zone. I wanted to email back and be like, are you freaking insane? You know what I mean? Because, like, it makes me think that not a lot of brokers actually think about that. And if they do, they really don't care. And if they're still pitching, like, you know, a $2 a mile run, you know what I mean, that's going to a bad place. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes no sense to run $2 a mile and go into a really, really bad area, you know, unless, I guess, if you got something to do in that area, you know what I mean? Or you got something coming back from that area already that is gonna be worth it, you know? But on average now, I'm seeing on the load board, you know, like when about a week and a half ago, like I said, I've been, you know, watching the load board, but about a week and a half ago, it's like $1.50, $1.60, $1.70. It's no way, man. There's no way. I refuse to believe. There might be some, but I refuse to believe that the ones that are coming off the load board that are being pitched for $1.70, $1.80, I refuse to believe that there's carriers that are pulling that, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. Let's say there's 10 loads that got pitched for $1.80 a mile, and they came off the load board. I refuse to believe that even 8 of those were booked for $1, you know what I mean, $1.80 or whatever, you know, because you just cannot profit off of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't care if you own your own equipment and how much, you know what I mean, how small your overhead is. There's just no way, right? There's just no way. I refuse to believe that that's the case. You know what I'm saying? So I think what's happening is, like, there are a lot of these guys. If you guys remember time back, you know, I'm talking about too many brokers, man. It is too many brokers, you know. They're just pitching these doggone loads on the load board and then pulling them back, and then it's a mind game thing, you know what I mean? They might not be doing it purposely, but they're doing it, and then it's making you think, you as the carrier, making you think, oh man, these loads are flying off the load board. I just refuse to believe that they are. There might be some, but I just don't think that they're flying the way, you know what I mean? It make it seem like they're flying off the load board like that, you know? So anyway, I'm talking too much again. Hey, listen, man, I appreciate you all for tuning in. Once again, if you were not here earlier, I wanted to, Anthony, he hit me up, you know, not a former Marine, once a Marine, always a Marine, but he's a Marine. And then he heard that I was a veteran, and then he hit me up and he wanted to ask me if I wanted to move some water trucks for him. water trucks coming out of California, Southern California, into Asheville, North Carolina. They're going to use them over there with their businesses. So hit him up. I'm going to put his email. Once this done, I'm going to put his email on the comment, pin it up top, just so if you guys know somebody that's in the California area, man, it sounds like it's a decent rate. You know, it's going to be still going to be a partial. So you know, you negotiate your own rate. I think they got a little bit of funding in there. You know, so anyway. Any good broker to start with 4 months old MC dry van trailer? Whew. You know, just know, my suggestion to you, man, is just know your operating costs. Know where you're gonna be profitable at, how much you're gonna be profitable, and also study the market, you know. A good starting place would definitely be the Chicago area, okay? Dry van, you know what I mean? Dry box freaking land, you know. So, but anyway, know where your operating cost is, and then know where your, you know what I mean, your minimum operating limit is, and then, you know what I mean, just to get you places, you know what I'm saying? Just it's all about timing, really. You gotta be able to time your truck, where you put it, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta live on that load board, just like everybody's saying on here. So live on that load board. All right, we will see you guys, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And like I said, I'm gonna pin Anthony's email address, and then you guys hit him up if you got somebody over there. You gotta make sure it's 53, man. 53 with the ramp. You're not gonna need the whole 53, but the reason why I say 53, because you can put a lot of partial in there, man. You know, so all right, we'll see you guys next time, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and keep on freaking trucking, right? Keep on trucking.